And we're live!
Yeah!
What's up, everybody? Are we fighting? Are we fighting?
Oh, you had me. You know what's fun is, hey, welcome, how are you?
Oh, hey there.
Coach Zach Zenios, the one and only Zach Zenios. I like that the word Zen is in your last name, and you're very Zen-esque in your, the way you live your life.
Sometimes I'm
Crazy,
the opposite of Zen.
Crazy Zach.
But
Zachariah too, right?
Yeah.
Zachariah, not Zachary.
Zachariah.
Why did your parents name you that? Do you know?
Yeah, because it was either actually Zachariah or Adam. Because my mom's Moroccan and my dad's Greek, so they wanted a name that's in both cultures. So in Greek it's pronounced Zacharia, and then in Arabic it's Zakaria.
Oh, how cool is that?
It's Zachariah in English, but
sweet.
so it was either that or Adam, and I'm happy they went.
No, it's so much cooler.
Yeah.
I mean, Adam's cool, but
Adam's cool. It's kind of basic.
Zachariah, 2 syllables.
Yeah.
Hey, so great to have you here, Coach Chris Wilson. Going to be talking a lot about core training today. Kind of like the ab exercises that really build the abs and stabilize the spine versus the kind of cosmetic or aesthetic type superficial ab exercises that we see a lot of people gravitating to. Functional
core exercises and more superficial kind of, I want to look, washboard abs.
Yeah.
They're mutually exclusive, but they can also come together.
Yes, they can.
So
and you can start with something and enhance it.
Yeah.
Right? You can have a basic kind of ground level approach that can be, kind of intensified.
I mean, look at the strongest men in the world, the strong men. They got big guts, but
they also have
they got abs on top of their gut.
Yeah.
And they're not training for superficial abs.
No, but they're also really strong through their midsection,
yeah.
right? Incredibly strong. Atlas stones and all the carries and the deadlifting and all that stuff.
They're not doing crunches.
No, they're not doing crunches or sit-ups. And we'll get there. We're going to talk a lot about that and probably like some myth busting probably going on, and then just talk about like the way we like to train. And we have 2 very different physiques, right? You got a guy who's 215, 220 pounds most days in that range and really train for like athleticism and just to be strong head to toe, right? And then you got a guy who's really dialed in with his nutrition who your training is still kind of falls in line with how I train, right? But
kettlebells, I got the strongman sandbag. I'm staying away from the heavy deadlifts. That used to be my favorite lift, but too much compression on the spine. Yeah. So now I'm doing the strongman. Like you see me videos. I love that thing.
Yeah, with the med ball and stuff. Yeah. You're doing some awesome stuff.
Big strongman sandbag.
That's right.
150 pounds.
Yes, I've seen that.
I've seen shouldering and squats.
I saw that video actually. Yeah. So we're gonna get there. We're gonna talk about that. But hey, listen. For all of you watching, we are 24 hours out, 24 hours away from announcing the grand prize winners of our Halloween Spooktacular contest giveaway. We've been talking about this thing for 2 months. A lot of videos released talking about this.
A lot of Ralph.
Yeah, a lot of crazy Ralph. Yeah, I know. What are you pointing at me for?
Yeah, Ralph is his brother.
Yeah, we're
Ralph,
just
he
related.
Knows, this is his brother.
Yeah, he's in the bloodline. Listen, there's so much that we want to give away, and we have been giving away. We've been giving away $100 Amazon gift cards. In fact, I just sent 2 out this morning to people who have participated, and you can still do that, okay? So in today's video, we will pick but by tomorrow at 12, we will pick a winner from today who entered in for the free stuff, right? For our free stuff, and you will get a $100 Amazon gift card. So we're going right up to the very end. Tomorrow, right before we go live, we're going to pick 6 names, a drawing and then we're going to pick them live in the video.
Yeah.
So we don't know who the final winners are, but we will all find out tomorrow. You cannot miss this live tomorrow. All of our coaches here in costume, having a lot of fun. We've already planned some stuff out. We have some ideas, but I think tomorrow is just going to be a lot of fun showing just the camaraderie and the fun that we have here and just how much we enjoy each other and how excited we are to be giving away a lot of stuff to people. Garmin smartwatches, home gyms, and a $5,000 value dream vacation. So somebody watching right now or somebody who has participated already is going to be the recipient of a $5,000 dream vacation. Would you want that?
Hell yeah.
You can pick your destination anywhere you want. That's the value of your trip.
What would you pick? Where would you want to go? 5,000.
Oh my gosh.
Don't think too hard.
Okay, no, I'm not. I would pick to go with my wife and 2 kids, and I would pick either some type of...
Well, yeah, one choice.
No, I know.
First one.
All right, first thing that comes to mind for me would be like something involving the Galapagos. I would want to do some type of excursion type trip where we're on water and got to go visit there or see. It's just a untapped part of the world, right? And I just think that would be really fun, really interesting, and totally off the radar.
Yeah.
You know, totally different. What would you do?
I mean, I would be basic. I've always wanted to go to Greece. It would be Greece.
You've never?
I've never been to Greece.
Oh my gosh.
I know, it's weird.
And you're half.
I've been to Italy. Yeah. I've been to all these other countries.
But you
but
haven't
never
been there
to
yet.
Greece.
Oh man, you got to get there. All right. So a lot of great stuff today. What we want to do is show you for the final time in a live. We want to show you our contest video. I'm sure Jared has it queued up and ready to go, so that if you've missed it, if you've just tuned in for the very first time, you have no idea what the heck we're talking about, Halloween Spooktacular contest giveaway, what is this? You will find out from our dear friend, the one and only Zany Ralph.
Zany Ralph.
And we'll be right back here in less than 2 minutes. We'll see you in a moment.
Criticalbench YouTube channel. It's the Halloween Mega Contest Spooktacular giveaway. We're giving away sliders. We're giving away jump ropes. We're giving away minivans. Don't forget, we got shaker cups and recipe books too. And you too can be a winner, but it's for a limited time only, ending in October. While supplies last, claim your free gifts at the links below. Oh, but that's not all, because with every live stream, we're giving away $100 Amazon gift cards. What? Click that notification bell so that you too can be a winner. Oh, but wait, there's more! When you click the link below to claim your free gift, you are automatically entered into a dream vacation for 2 Garmin smartwatches and a home gym with adjustable dumbbells and adjustable bench. Feeling the weight of the world on your shoulders? Maybe you need that dream vacation. You're running out of time. Act now and claim your free prize. Don't wait any longer. Jump right into the competition. Slide right on down to the links below to claim your free prize. Free! Free, free, free! Free, 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 free!
Alrighty, so as promised, hope you enjoyed that. Please enter, and you will not be sorry, because you get free stuff, you get option to get a $100 Amazon gift card, and you're entered in with 24 hours left to win one of these amazing prizes, and we want to see everyone win. So as promised, some of these great ab exercises, core exercises that you are doing in your training that you and I agree are some of the better ways to train your abs that aren't your traditional crunches and sit-ups and exercises.
Well, I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with the crunches or sit-ups, but I think the way that most people do them, I mean, your abs, your core is just like any other muscle. When you're doing body weight and you're going for reps of 20 or 30, or you're just going for that burn, you're not going to build muscle that way. You're going to build endurance, which is important, but if you really want those abs, you have to build the muscle. Obviously, first step is having a low enough body fat percentage, getting your digestion down so you're not bloating. But then to actually build the muscle, you got to treat them like any other muscle. Resistance, right? If you want to build the hypertrophy, rep ranges of around 8 to 12, where you're struggling to get those numbers. So that's a better way to train your core than just the traditional 100 crunches or the body weight stuff. You could do stuff to make the body weight exercises harder, but traditionally it's better to do with a little bit of weight. So
you got the cable.
I like to do this actually standing. I think it's a little more functional. I like to do it, you see people do it on their knees. Nothing wrong with that, but I like doing it more standing in a staggered stance. And, you know, a lot of times people do this whether they're on knees or standing, and they do it right here. They're just moving at the hips. Right now, all I'm doing is hinging. I'm stabilizing my core, but I'm not really.
You're just like, it's almost more of a leg exercise.
Yeah, it's more of like I'm getting ready to do some kettlebell swings or something.
Right.
So instead of bending at the hips, right, and I say this cue all the time, it's on this channel and so many videos, top of the pubic bone, bottom of the ribs, bring them further away, and then bring them closer.
Right.
Bring them further away, and then bring them closer. So that's what you're gonna do. Flexion of the spine. So from here, bring them further away, and then bring them closer.
And your hips aren't
Further
moving
away.
at all.
Nope, they're just stabilizing.
And what's the number one function of your abs, Zach?
Depends on what we're talking about.
Okay.
The rectus abdominis, the six-pack abs.
Yeah, what's the number one universally
Stabilize your spine.
Stabilize your spine.
Stabilize your spine.
Right.
Now that goes into like what is the abs, what is the core,
Sure.
but the main function is to stabilize your spine while you're moving through space.
That's right.
Right. So
Which in essence protects your back. And why do so
Yeah.
many people have low back issues? Because they're too weak here.
Yep.
And they're doing super high volume, high rep, singular stuff. Like they're always in this.
Yeah.
They're always in this flexion, 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 flexion.
And a lot of times they're using their psoas for that.
Correct,
Like they're not
right.
even
They're
using their
using the
core.
wrong
They're like,
muscles.
if you're doing leg lifts, like you look at people in the gym, all they're doing is this. I mean, that's all psoas. That's all hip flexor.
That's right.
Breathing is super important
Yeah.
when it comes to ab training too. So when you breathe, always inhale as you're opening up, extending, and exhale as you tighten it. And it's not just an exhale. I like to do the power breath, right? You've learned that in kettlebell, like the
Oh yeah. Hard style breath.
hard style breath, create that abdominal pressure. So for instance, I'm doing this, right? Switch sides. So from here, inhale through the nose, and as I crunch, exhale out the teeth. And you can already just feel, try it on your own, do that breath. You can feel everything tighten
Yes.
up even more than if you, like you're just letting all that pressure out. So that's great for flexion, right? Getting that rectus abdominis. You want to show another exercise, or?
Well, do
I'll do another one
do
here.
a rotation one. No one wants to see me do abs. They want to see you do abs. Because he's got abs, right? When you have abs, they want to see the guy with abs do abs, right? I have abs. I just have some fun layers on top, you know? But I call fun layers.
You're a dad, so you know.
Yeah, I'm a dad.
At least you don't have a dad bod.
Wait,
So-
is it, it's not 20, you're 27?
I'm 29.
Okay, 20,
I'm almost 30.
you got older
I'm
on me.
almost 30.
All right, so there's like
30.
18-year age difference between us. So you have a, I give it to you. But I didn't look this good when I was 29 either. I mean, let's just face it.
You were a football player, right?
Yeah, I was
bulky.
I was like a meathead. I'm a meathead type guy, you know? All right, so here we go. Torso rotation.
So with torso rotations, right, you see a lot of people do this wrong. They're actually just doing their arms.
Yes.
This is not it. You also see, this is another intention. You can do just isolation, where I'm just engaging my core. Right, I'm obviously going low to high, or high to low, but you can go keep it in the middle. You can also go low to high. But I like to do more integration. Like the whole body works together, and so let's do exercises that emphasize that. So instead of just going from the torso, I like to actually take a step and pivot on this back leg, and then go back slow, right? Because the eccentric part of any exercise is super important for stimulating that muscle growth. So from here, I like to pivot and then come back slow. Resist, resist, resist. Inhale.
Which also makes it way more athletic and more functional, as you say, because
Yeah, it's like what,
this is how you move in sports.
Like,
You-
let's say
you
I'm cutting a
twist,
tree.
right?
Well, you don't cut a tree like that, but
Swinging a baseball
swinging
bat,
a baseball,
tennis racket.
right? You're using
That's right.
that. So that's how I like to do my cable work is integrated. You can even add a step.
So you're stepping out, boom.
Yeah.
And notice, explosive through it, concentric,
Nice and slow.
slow and controlled, eccentric, where you're essentially stronger and you can, it's just like doing a slow negative on your
Yep.
bench press and then being really
Exactly.
explosive on your way up.
That's
Same
really
idea.
that's what's gonna trigger that muscle growth, the hypertrophy, to build the muscles of the abdominals, the obliques,
And when you're doing that exercise, you don't need to do 20 reps.
No, do 8 to 10.
8 to 10.
Put
It's
weight enough that it's hard.
muscle building exercise.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You got to treat them like any other muscle.
Now, okay, so I brought out a kettlebell, a small one. There's a couple ones with kettlebells that people watching maybe have never thought of a kettlebell for abs necessarily, right? And people who have more experience think of it that way, like us. But there's other people out there like don't see that strength tool. They see that more as a leg or total body or upper body strength tool, not necessarily core building. But actually, it's one of the main areas of the body that you hit with a kettlebell. Putting that swing, that hip hinging together, it's all about abs.
It's all in using that breath.
And using that breath.
Right? Every time you're doing that breath, you're tightening up through your core.
Will you show them? So two of our favorites. One is thought of as only a leg exercise, which is like a goblet squat or a front squat, and then a windmill, right? Which is kind of a really cool one off the radar.
Yeah, so a goblet squat, right? Obviously, this is really light, so
Right.
it's not going to be engaging my core too much. But a goblet squat, the weight wants to pull you forward, right? And when we think about our core, we say the word core. It's not just what's in the front. Think about the weight belt. You see these guys, power lifters and gym bros wearing the weight belts. Unless you're a power lifter and that's your sport and you really have to lift as much weight, I don't think anybody should be wearing a weight belt.
No, you don't need a weight belt unless you're under extraordinarily heavy loads.
Yeah.
For like 1 to 3 reps.
Yeah.
And that's
powerlifting.
That's a power lifter or strongman.
Even strongman, power
like
lifter.
Like a yoke carry.
Yeah.
I feel more stable through.
Yeah.
And then you take it off.
You take it right off. You're not doing curls with it.
That's right.
Because what does that do? What is a weight belt? Why do people wear a weight belt? Why does it protect them? Because it gives your core, your abdominal, something to push against.
That's right.
It gives it something to create the pressure to stabilize your spine.
Right.
Now that's fine if you're a power lifter, strongman, and that's your sport. But for everyone else, use your own core. Right? The worst thing that could happen, that happens to so many people, is they always wear a weight belt. They're always using it. And then the one time they don't, they hurt themselves because they don't have that core strength.
Yeah.
So like what's happening with a goblet squat, right? The weight wants to pull me forward, especially if it's heavy. So I'll have to create the pressure necessary for me not to fall forward. So goblet squat, traditional, inhale down. Ooh, my legs are sore. Exhale up.
Mine too.
Inhale down.
You did legs yesterday?
I did. Exhale up. I did some strongman squats. I did some heavy swings.
Overachiever.
So you don't think this is a core exercise, but especially if you go heavy enough for you, that can engage your core, right? Same thing with some swings.
Right.
Let me actually do that. From here. Right? The good thing about the kettlebell, this is off topic, but kettlebells are great because like the swing, like the snatch, right? I can train 2 different types of exercises. There's the grinds, the traditional like shoulder press, traditional rows, regular exercise that all of us probably do way too much of already. But then there's the dynamic, the ballistic, where you have to train your body how to move through space and coordinate so the motion is perfect, right? So, like, this is tough. I have to coordinate so many different parts of my body to make that happen. So, traditional kettlebell exercises, traditional even barbell exercises train the core, but more specifically, a windmill. I love the windmill. It's also a great stretch for your QL.
It is.
Low back muscle that gets tight on people. So there's different ways of doing it. I like to take kind of like if you know yoga, like a Trikonasana, a triangle pose, right? So from here, 1 foot, my kettlebell's in my right hand, the left toes will point out. And then from here, a little slight bend in the knee, but then down like to touch and then come up. Now here, all this is firing, it's lengthening, I'm not collapsing, right? Nice and tall, and then you can even bring it a little closer. I know some people like it even closer, and they go, instead of going out to the leg, they go down to the floor.
And notice still hip hinge is critical
Yeah,
and
I'm
crucial
sending this
here.
hip.
He's pushing into this hip here while maintaining a really sturdy, packed shoulder. So that shoulder is really
so
locked in.
I'm not here.
He's not
here.
reaching for the sky. He's got it dropped in.
I'm letting my humerus, this bone, seat itself into my shoulder. And then same thing, 2 versions. I mean, there's this version where it's more of like triangle yoga pose. And And then there's the other version I see people do where they just come straight down and up. So
I haven't done those in
try it.
A long time.
Show the people what they want to see.
Oh my gosh.
Show the people Chris lifting some weights.
All right, here, I'll take this one off. I'll do it with my left. Take the hat off? How about this? How about sideways hat? Okay, so here.
Chris is a certified kettlebell coach,
But
so
it's
he better
good.
know how to do
Here,
this.
can you, yeah, I know. Can you move that clip into my, let's just put it in my pocket maybe?
In your pocket.
Yeah, put it in my pocket. Hey, hands on my pocket. So the key, I think, where I used to, when I was getting used to doing these, is I would run my hand down my leg, and then it's about vision, right?
Eyes
it's
up
about
at the bell.
eyes reaching up, and then boom, come right back up. But you feel this everywhere. You feel everywhere.
Yeah.
When you're
So
doing this right.
This is all stabilizing to keep them
right.
nice and strong.
Eyes are up.
This is stretching. This is stretching obliques,
Yep.
QL,
Slow.
and then he comes up and it shortens to bring him back up.
But I mean that, and you don't need much for me. This is 25 pounds.
Yeah.
I would not prefer more weight than this right now because I haven't done that exercise in so long. So if I just did like 8 reps on each side, I'd be like, perfect, I'm good. In fact, I might do that today in my workout because you've inspired me to do something I haven't done in literally years. We don't have to show them, but people watching may have heard of a Turkish get-up, which is also mutually one of our favorite kettlebell exercises because of the movement pattern, and it's a total body strengthener. And if you just did that one exercise flawlessly,
You'd be good.
under load, that's your workout.
Last week we talked about falling,
Yes,
right?
I know.
Older people falling, that one exercise, Turkish get-up, when we have videos on here where we actually break it down,
Yes, you doing
check
it,
that
yeah,
out.
yeah.
Because that exercise, it's training you how to get down from standing, go down to the floor, laying on your back, and then get all the way up with weight. So just doing that
Yes.
exercise, you won't even have to worry about falling.
Yeah, no, it's a wonderful, wonderful exercise. Okay, so now.
We're not giving away free kettlebells,
No, we're not
but we
giving
are
away-
giving away free sliders.
Yeah, we are. Hey, there's some
There they are.
sliders. Hey, will you show them a few slider core exercises that are worth doing? And by the way, if you go down in the description area right now, get your free sliders, entered into the contest, possible to win an Amazon $100 gift card, and our grand prizes, smartwatch, home gym, or grand prize, $5,000 getaway. So show us some, that was a really good move too, by the way. I'll pull a hip if I try doing any of that stuff. So a couple really good, effective core builders,
Let's start with the easier
ab
one.
makers with sliders. One of our, this is one of our favorites, right? The mountain climber. But notice what Zach is doing here, how he's going really, now there's a lot of different ways to do this great exercise. He's going slow, driving his knee in to his elbow, but notice his posture, his body position. His head to his butt really doesn't change. He's maintaining his position here the whole time. Notice that his hips don't collapse. His abs kind of are almost, it's almost like your back is a little bit what they say, convex versus concave. You're kind of a little bit
Yes.
rounded out, just
I like,
slightly.
well, that's different. Like I like that's right, hollowing out through the
Hollowing-
chest,
hollowing
engaging.
out.
It's like a
That's the
hollow
better-
body hold,
It is.
basically. So that's the easier version. If you want it even harder, what's this
Well,
called? A pike?
okay, show him a tuck. But so now you're doing both at the same time, where you're pulling both in, which can feel harder than just moving one at
And then
a
there's
time.
the
It can
pike.
feel hard, and then the pike is one of my favorites. Which this oftentimes is done incorrectly because people have a hard time. They're so used to bending the knee, but pulling the toe towards the hands, driving the hips straight up. This is like almost like doing a hanging leg raise.
Yeah,
but
it's a tough one.
working the floor. So those are some of my favorites. And then show them that awesome hollow body one that we were talking about, up to boat.
Oh yeah. So
That
So-
slides enough, right?
yeah, hollow body hold. First of all, if you don't have sliders, the first step, I always start people here, knees tucked, low back is really the only thing touching the ground, chest towards legs. From there, you can extend your legs or your arms, you can extend your legs and then everything. So, but with the sliders, what's cool is you can go from here, this hollow body hold, up to a boat. And then nice and slow, back, and then you can even go under your legs.
Love it.
I got a whole program. Slide your weight to a flat stomach. It's intense, but first you need sliders. So put yourself in that competition. You might get sliders. You might get a free trip to Guatemala, wherever you want to go.
Hey, impress them real quick though. Show them hollow to full boat with a V hold, right? V sit. So true hollow. Notice his shoulder blades. Everything from mid back up is raised, and his legs are raised. Right now he's going to go straight up. Yeah, it's hard. It's really hard. And then he's going to go back down.
That's it right there.
It's total control of and does that light you you right up, dude?
I think I just got
a cramp.
I think I got like
Did you get an ab pump?
Yeah.
Whoa!
There's some extra chest hairs.
Here, lift it up, Whoa! Okay, so now what we're gonna do?
We got a question from the audience.
We have a question from the audience.
What's the best way to train your abs if you have diastasis
recti? Yes, he knows what that is. So do I.
That's all transverse abdominis.
Yeah.
So that's where the fascia in between each muscles starts to dysfunction, and you got stuff pushing through.
Yes.
Is that leads to a hernia?
It can.
It can mostly lead to a hernia,
Yeah.
umbilical hernia.
It's very common in women after pregnancy.
Yeah. So that's all about transverse abdominis, right? You've seen bodybuilders, the vacuum, right? Like so. I just ate, but
I just ate, so I might throw up. That's a vacuum right there. I don't even think to try that.
Being able to bring your navel towards your spine on the exhale, that's going to be key, because your transverse abdominis, think about that as the muscle. Like this is your spine, right? I have a whole video talking about this, but think of the transverse abdominis as the muscle that hugs your spine. That's the deepest core muscle. And in terms of diastasis recti, or kinds of hernias, or if you got like the belly that just won't ever go down and you're not drinking beer so you don't know what's there.
Yeah, belly bulge, yeah.
Engage, train that transverse abdominis. So again, standing is easier. So once you get good at that, do that same thing on all fours. Because what happens when you go on all fours, gravity pushes your organs down, gives you resistance, right? So from here, same thing, you can't see, but. And then from there, once you get really good at that, if you're advanced, go into a bird dog and try it.
Very cool. You talk about this a little bit in that 3D abs video that you made a few years back. Yeah, if you want to learn more about really attacking the abs, all the different ways that you can get at them, Zach made a really terrific video a few years back called 3D Abs. If you look it up, look his name up, Zach Zenios 3D Abs on our Criticalbench channel, you'll find that video. Really good in-depth information there, really kind of getting at the abs, from all the different ways
that was a good video.
You can attack them.
That was
so Stevie, you want to follow us, my friend?
Oh, absolutely.
Of course he does. So I just wanted to show them, before you go and get your free stuff and enter into the contest, we love hanging ab exercises. I know I do. Obviously you saw that in the thumbnail today. So come on over, please follow us. Oh, here's a bell. Enter that contest. Gosh, that sounds a lot like that guy Ralph. Okay, so show them a couple of great, now I'll grab the ab slings just in case people need ab slings or use them, but show them just hand holding exercises.
So you see this in the gym all the time, right? Hanging leg raises. See a lot of people doing it wrong. People do it wrong by engaging their hip flexors and using their psoas muscle to pull their legs up instead of their abs. So I'll show you what that looks like, right? This is how most people do it wrong. Hip flexors. They just kind of swing their legs up. Right now I'm just using my hip flexors. As opposed to using my abs, subtle. Maybe you can't even tell the difference, but from here I'm hanging and then curling up. And it's start, if you can't do that, start with your knees bent. So curl. And then from there you go into straight legs, and then from there
totally different exercise.
Yeah.
Now they can also just start with, just show them a knee tuck.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's way too challenging for people to consider, a straight leg exercise. So just go from the knees.
Rounding again. So
Yep.
not just like, that's all hip flexors.
Right.
Just, that's nothing. You're tightening up a muscle that's probably already tight on you. So instead of just jamming them up, curl, 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 curl. Let the legs be the last thing that comes up.
I like it. It's really good. Now, there's some people that go, it's too hard for me to just hold with my hands, which I'm a huge believer in, hey, if you can hang from a bar.
You want to show them this one?
Sure, I'll show them this one.
Yeah.
So I prefer hanging from my hands, but I get it. Sometimes that's hard.
Well, also, it's not for everybody.
It's not for everybody.
What if you have shoulder injuries?
And if you're a bigger guy or a bigger girl, and you're trying to hit the abs intensely, and this is a great intense exercise for the abs, but hanging, holding all your body weight in your hands is hard for people. So you use the ab slings. Ab slings are great for this. And so the key to using the ab slings right is really force those elbows down and lock your back muscles.
Engage those lats.
Engage those lats. And then I already feel my abs. I already feel my abs working, right? And much like Zach said, is just curl it. My abs are already tight. It's almost like I'm trying to press the small of my back to the floor that's not there, and then pull the abs up. But notice my body doesn't sway, right? I have total control over my body position.
And doing stuff like this, whether it's hanging leg lifts or I like to do the leg lifts on a stability ball, is super important because the lower abdominals are actually really neglected. And the interesting part, not all muscles are like this. Actually, this is one of the very few muscles that are segmentally innervated. What that means, different nerves innervate and control the lower abdominals, and different nerve controls the upper abdominals. So you have a situation where you could be firing your upper abdominals and your lower abdominals aren't getting much activation at all because they're innervated by different nerves. All other muscles are either all or nothing. Abs are different. So when you've got people that are not doing nothing but crunches or sit-ups, that's all upper abdominals. And what happens when the upper abdominals become too concentrically tight is what happens. It pulls your rib cage down. You get that kyphotic, forward rounded posture. It can debilitate your diaphragm. You won't be able to take deep breaths. So it's important, yes, strengthen your upper abdominals, but focus obviously transverse abdominals, obliques, but do more things like leg lifts to engage the lower abdominals. And I would say lower abdominals are more important than the upper abdominals because, I mean, what happens, right? You get that's where your organs are. You want that to be strong. You want that to hold everything together. So leg lifts are extremely important.
I agree. I couldn't agree more. He just sounded really good too. Look at the big brains on Zach. You know.
I love to learn about this.
You're still in school. You got what?
5 months, 4 months left.
And you will officially at that point, when you're done with school, what will you be?
Structural neurosomatic therapist. Basically, more targeted, more precise, more clinical application of massage therapy, of body work. So be able to, correct and help people heal things, right? Because there's no such thing as a healer. You say, oh, that person's a healer. No one's a healer. The human body is the healing instrument, right? All that a healer does is help facilitate healing in the person. We get rid of the blockages. We get rid of yourself getting in your own way, so then your body can do the real healing.
Right.
So,
hey, if you want Zach to get his hands on you, come on down to the Tampa Bay area in about 6-7 months.
You got hiatal hernia, I'm going to fucking bring that down.
Yeah, what I'm saying. Hey, by the way, he has this is a total side topic. He's made 2 hiatal hernia videos to date that have both gotten tons of views, over 500,000 views between the 2 of them. And today we're going to film for a 3rd one, just because of the success of and popularity of the first 2. So be on the lookout. If hiatal hernia is something that you've dealt with or have issues with, be on the lookout in the coming weeks for the release of the 3rd hiatal hernia video. And if you still haven't registered in this contest, you crazy person.
Last chance.
It's the last chance. It really is. So go down into that description area, click for any one of those free items. You're automatically entered to win. You're going to get the free item that you click, and you have the chance of winning the $100 Amazon gift card, okay? But we really want you to be able to enjoy this opportunity and get ready, because tomorrow we're going to blow your socks off. We're going to blow your doors off tomorrow with what's happening here in the compound. So we can't wait to see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock with all of our amazing coaches, and even Jen, our yoga instructor, is going to show up.
She was a coach 2 times. She films with me.
She films with you. She films
Jen.
regularly, so Coach Jen will be here. And we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thanks for being here today, as always, my brother. Love you, bro.
Love you too.
YouTube channel. It's the Halloween Mega Contest Spooktacular giveaway. We're giving away sliders. We're giving away jump ropes. We're giving away minivans. Don't forget, we got shaker cups and recipe books too. And you too can be a winner, but it's for a limited time only, ending in October. While supplies last, claim your free gifts at the links below. Oh, but that's not all, because with every live stream, we're giving away $100 Amazon gift card. What? Click that notification bell so that you too can be a winner. Oh, but wait, there's more! When you click the link below to claim your free gift, you are automatically entered into a dream vacation for 2 Garmin smartwatches and a home gym with adjustable dumbbells and adjustable bench. Feeling the weight of the world on your shoulders? Maybe you need that dream vacation. You're running out of time. Act now and claim your free prize. Don't wait any longer. Jump right into the competition. Slide right on down to the links below to claim your free prize. Free! Free, free, free! Free, 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 free!